Hey guys, this is Chase from 2Track Nation, and this video is going to be a quick how-to install your Starlink Mini spare tire mount. So when you get your package, you're going to get three things. Three things. You're going to get, obviously, the mount. You're going to get a strap, and you are going to get a little baggie. This is a nut and washer, and I'll show you exactly how they go on in a second. But the mount. So the way you install the mount is it is very simple. On my tire, all we're gonna do is put it like this, right on top. And it is offset, so if you want it a little more inboard on the truck or a little more outboard, depending on what tire you put, just rotate the mount. These guys dig into the tires to limit some slip, these little teeth. First things first, we're gonna want to put it up here. And I'm gonna position it so that it's gonna be nice and level in the middle of the truck. We already got our wire routed. And then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your strap and you're gonna delete this guy. You don't need that, but you got a strap, and it's definitely way longer than you need, but that's okay. You can trim the excess off. So what we're gonna do is we're then going to wrap it around the top of the mount, and so the strap is in between these things like this. So when it's tightened up, it kind of secures it left and right as well. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna walk around to the other side, and I'm just going to pass this strap through my tire from here. All right, so we've got it positioned properly. I'm biasing it to the inward side of the truck, and I'm just going to bring this strap up, and same here. I'm gonna make sure it's nice and flat all around, and I'm gonna personally just put the ratchet strap portion behind it to kind of hide it a little bit, make it look a little bit better. So now I'm going to leave a little bit of excess here because we want this to cinch down. So I'm going to strap it like this, and I want to make sure that I'm rolling the fabric over itself on the strap, otherwise it's definitely going to come loose. You need it to come over yourself. This is how all ratchet straps work. I'm sure you guys know this, but for completeness, I'm telling you all the boring stuff. So I'm going to cinch this guy down. And that's not going anywhere. It's a rule, you have to do that. So this guy is not going anywhere. You can see we're wiggling the whole tire. You can position this how you want. And now we obviously have this big stuff extra. I'm just gonna cut this and take a lighter and burn the end so it does not fray. So we've got it mounted. Perfect. Now let's go and get the Starlink. All right. So you are obviously going to need now your little bits of hardware. I've already installed mine on this guy, and this is the factory mount that comes with the Starlink. This is the pole mount, and this is what we're going to use. That's what the mount is designed for. What you're going to do is you're going to take this screw out, and you're going to install your hardware on the back side of it. You may not need this hardware, but it's highly recommended because when we tighten this guy down on the Starlink like this, then you will then tighten this nut back up against here, and it's going to lock this and prevent it from walking back out over washboard corrugations, etc., stuff like that. Just makes it more secure. So now that we've got our hardware installed, I'm going to take this guy and get up there on the truck. All right, so we obviously, the swing out's open. I want the Starlink facing backwards. And the way that this works is we have a little notch in here on the mount portion, and that you're going to want to position this screw or this bolt so it locks in there, and even if it comes a little bit loose, it's not going to be able to come out. So we're going to loosen this up, and it should position itself just nicely because we designed it that way. But we're going to tighten this guy up here, make sure that our nut is loose. We don't want to accidentally convince ourselves that we are tightening it up. And then we are going to cinch this bad boy down. You can take a needle nose pliers or something and get it really tight if you want, but that sucker is nice and tight there. And then we're going to take a 10 mil and we're going to tighten this nut up. Make it nice and snug, and that sucker is not coming off. So I've got my cable already rounded. This is the stock Starlink cable. You can power it however you would like. I'm powering it off of DC, which is a little converter box in there. I think Starlink actually makes another cable now where you can actually just run it off 12 volt. So that's great. So I'm going to pass this cable up through one of these sides. You can choose what side works for you, up through that this lower mounting piece. We want to leave a little bit of extra slack so that it has some room. Now you're going to plug your Starlink in. Just like it's designed, you plug it in to the Starlink. This is a nice waterproof connector. And then all we're going to do is put it back on this Starlink mount. Nice. Got her locked in. You can see I can rotate mine a little. I didn't tighten this bolt down with the pliers like I recommended, so you're going to want to snug that down. But that's the extent of the install. It's done. So I'm going to close the swing out. We'll cut this off later, but I'm going to show you some things to keep in mind when you put this on your truck and where to locate it. That's how it looks. And now I realize that I actually biased it the wrong way, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to flip the mount around because I got disoriented. But regardless, things you're going to want to look at for on the truck: if this is sticking up above your roof line, the Starlink, it's going to catch wind, okay? We don't want that. I think Starlink says this is rated for like 60 or 70 miles an hour. But when we're behind the truck is blocking all of this wind. And so it doesn't actually see that. I've ran this on here for 6 months, 0 problems. It's been fantastic. So if you orient it like this, please make sure that you have some sort of wind blockage via a roof rack or a tent. I think good rule of thumb is 6 inches below your thing, 12 inches if you can, or whatever. But just orient it so it's protected from the wind a little bit. But that's it, you guys. It's pointed backwards. Starlink likes it slightly tilted, and that is how it's done. If you're at camp, you can open your swing out, or you could loosen that bolt and rotate it if you need a perfect alignment. But in most cases, I found you do not need that. And that is how you install the 2-Track Nation Starlink Mini spare tire mount. If there's any questions, please leave them in the comments or send us an email, and I will be happy to get back to you. But that's it, you guys. We're ready to rock. Now we can watch Netflix in the middle of nowhere.